Why
I
did
don't.
Ackerman just... Oh,
Bam, we're live. Good evening. Good afternoon. How long has it been since we've done one of these? Has it been a week?
yeah, at least.
That's disgusting.
I know. I'm sorry. I just have had a
Not your fault.
crazy...
It's our fault.
Damn, I thought I got a cold one.
Go.
Okay.
Enjoy. I'll take up the whole screen while you're gone. Hello, everyone. Adam Fulton. Hello, Rambler. Hello. Good to see you guys. You can stop all trade from a country that destroys the other country's economy just like that. Hey, guys. Happy Friday. Let's crank hog, y'all. No tariffs. No problem. So
Where are you, dude?
I guess what, say that again? Oh, sorry. I guess superficially I understand the tariffs. That's like if countries want to sell us shit, we tax them.
Yeah, and I think that typically the president doesn't have the power to levy taxes on the American people, but maybe the argument is that tariffs aren't on the American people. Am I understanding that correctly?
Sure. I don't know. I do know, though, that somehow whatever happened was somewhat controversial and tested the rule of law. And so,
yo,
what up?
What up?
Oh, I feel like I didn't get the dress code notice.
Oh shit! Paper Street Frost. You can't even get these anymore. Huh? These are the oldies.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I have the new ones.
Can.
Oh, Taylor's gonna go through the roof today drinking a Paper Street coffee.
I got a white
my second of the day.
So
I had a stressful week. Bryson and I did our first assessment videos for the L4, so it's just been stressful.
Enjoyable or stressful?
Can you talk about it?
I can talk about it. They're just
No, I don't care.
Well, Pat, explain it to us, please. And Pat, I want to issue an apology, Patrick Lange. So yesterday got the best of me. You got the best of me. Okay, let me just you and that other gentleman. I made a promise to someone. That I wouldn't speak of anyone in a degrading manner for a month. Do you think I can do it?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, do you think I can do it?
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah.
Okay,
If I
not even you guys.
If I cannot drink for a month, then you can do that for a month.
Okay, I'm gonna do my best. Pat, I owe you an apology. You and that other gentleman, the guy from that Instagram page who used to have a podcast and whatnot. Anyways, I let you get the best of me, and I took it. Have you ever done a personal inventory, Savant? Do you know what that is?
That's what if you do, you want to be in what's it called? L. Ron Hubbard people?
No, it's alcohol. It's an AA. It's an AA thing, but
no, it's not AA. It's Scientology.
Yeah. No, that's called going. That's different. That's called an audit.
Oh.
Personal inventory is basically an inventory is basically just as objective a running account of your personal character defects as you can create. And after yesterday got the best of me. I said at night, I don't sleep with my phone. Usually I plug my phone in downstairs. I go up, I go to sleep. But this morning I had to be up at 5:30. I had an early call. So I sleep with my phone for my alarm. And it was like 11 o'clock. And I was like, man, I need to just jot like an inventory down. And I've been fearful. I lashed out in fear of being wrong. I was so scared of being wrong. I lashed out, etc. I took this inventory. And one of Pat's comments was, classic. I think I even might have blocked you on it. I might have actually blocked you on Instagram after I saw that comment, Pat. So I'm not apologizing for that, but I am apologizing for being emotional and for letting you guys get the best of me and to not hearing you out. So anyways, that's just my apology. Explain to me how a tariff works. Can we Google tariff?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
You know how it works. He doesn't know how it works. Basically, he reads into it. Do you know what I mean? Pat thinks that we don't know what it is because we won't read into it. You know what I mean? Like Pat's the kind of guy, like a girl accidentally looks at him and he thinks she wants to fuck him. He's like, when a girl looks at you, that means she wants to fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so he reads into shit.
I didn't even. Here's the thing, dude. I blocked you. Someone DM'd me and said, Americans are so stupid because all the school shooters shoot up all the smart people in school. Someone else DM'd me that. Another lady DM'd me. Be careful.
By
what
the way,
you say.
very indicative of liberals, right there.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're right. These are all people from Lou's comments. These are the people that was chopping it up with Pat Lange. And another person commented, I would be very careful about what you post and where you leave comments. So I blocked her.
Whoa.
So I blocked a couple people, just people making threats mostly. And I got emotional. But Pat, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to unblock you? Would that make you happy? What would make you happy, Pat? What would make you happy? You tell me what would make you happy. I'm here offering.
Podcast.
I'm offering an amends.
I can't ever remember giving a fuck if someone blocked me or not.
Right.
But Danielle Brandon hasn't blocked me yet, so maybe that's why.
She blocked me. I don't care.
I care. I like to see what the new bathing suit looks like.
I disagree. I don't think blocking is letting people in, and maybe it is in a way. Maybe it's like, ooh, they were so emotionally immature they couldn't handle me, so they had to block me. To me, it's just like, wow, I don't want to see that, and it is riling me up.
God, Pat's a vampire. Pat's a psychic.
I mean,
vampire.
here I am actually issuing an apology, and I mean, okay, it's all good. Then we're square. We're even.
So basically, countries sell us shit, right? So if it's, I'll give you an example. They have something I think called tariff in Europe. It's called a VAT tax or something. So basically, anytime you send something, even if I buy something for someone and send it to Europe, when they go pick it up at the fucking post office, they have to pay a tax on it. It's crazy. Yeah, this version of Taylor sucks.
I love you, Ken.
so, look it. I haven't heard that word. Check Google Trends for that word.
Wimp.
That word hasn't. That's the first time that word's been used in 2000.
Diary of a Wimpy Ginger. I should write a book.
Wow. So basically, it's when you send stuff to another country and someone has to pay for that shit.
Yeah.
So we charge tariffs on countries and 30%, and they sell it to us, and then what Pat's saying is it's passed off to the consumer then. And what the other part of the equation that Pat's not seeing is that part of the point is that then hopefully people will buy American, and that will stimulate industry in the United States. So if we keep buying widgets from China and we put a tariff on them, someone will get smart in the US and start making widgets cheaper than what we're buying them for in China. You know what I'm saying? That's the basic theory behind it.
And I think that he probably is doing the best that he can with the information that he has access to. I mean, just think about the people that he surrounded himself with. So I mean, I would probably think that was the issue with the tariff as well. If Rachel Maddow and The View were my main sources of logical information and facts about the world.
Now, if we do know this, that if Biden would have imposed tariffs, they would have loved him.
Well, they didn't complain when Trump imposed them the first time, and Biden didn't revoke them.
Right. Great point. So this is the problem I had. This is the little problem I have with Trump. When I watched this 24-minute speak today, talk in the White House press room, I believe that's where it was, and he went after the Supreme Court justices, saying that they weren't loyal. And I don't really. And when he said loyal, I took it as loyal to him as opposed to loyal to the Constitution. And I think what I want Supreme Court justices who are loyal to the Constitution, not to any president.
Well, one thing Clarence Thomas said was there is no basis for opposing, there's no basis for essentially what the Supreme Court justices ruled today. There's no constitutional basis. That's what Clarence Thomas said. Meaning
this is the first time it's been tried?
This is opposing a president on tariffs. So so Clarence Thomas says there's no constitutional basis for opposing Trump's tariffs. And he's black, so if you don't listen to him, you're racist, Pat.
Pat.
And did that already go over the line on my degrading? Was that degrading? No. I think that was just I know that wasn't degrading.
No. You pigeoned. I think what you've done is you've pigeonholed him to have a certain ideology, and you're looking for a consistency in that ideology. To think that Pat hires people based on their skin color, gender preference, things like that is like he seems like a liberal, so you attribute some of those traits to him.
Is Russia still truly considering going back to the dollar for its currency backing? Did you see any news on that?
No.
Russia was considering
They should consider it now that Venezuela and Iran, maybe that's to stop the war in Iran.
Check that out, Caleb, because I would argue Pat's saying that tariffs didn't work, and I would argue that that may not be a result of tariffs, but I would be shocked if it isn't at least in part so.
But before you go here, let me explain to people, catch people up as quickly as I can. There's something called the petrodollar. It's been in place, I think, since the 70s. And basically, if you want to buy oil from Saudi Arabia, you have to buy with American dollar. And that made it so many countries, that really empowered our dollar. So just imagine China wants to buy oil from Saudi Arabia. First, they have to buy dollars from the United States. We made that deal with Saudi Arabia with the promise that we would protect them from any outside sources ever attacking them. So it's a great deal for us because it forces the whole world to start buying our dollars and give our dollars more value, because the only way you can buy oil from Saudi Arabia was with the US dollar, and that was called the petrodollar deal. Now, more recently, it sounds like the BRIC nations, which were Russia, India, Iran, and Venezuela, were going to be like, no, we're going to have our own way of doing things, and we're not going to fucking do the petrodollar anymore. And Saudi Arabia started supposedly saying, okay, we might be down with that. And that started freaking out the U.S. That could cause a huge problem for our economy and for our dollar. Now, is it a cool thing that we're doing? It's cool if you live in the U.S. If you don't live in the U.S., it's not so cool.
Right.
But basically, we were selling our protection to them. And now what Taylor is saying is that Russia is thinking, and Iran has been used as a money laundering operation for all of these BRIC nations, and Venezuela was a place to get really, really cheap oil. And now two of those arms in their machine are fucked up. So now I think what Taylor's proposing is that Russia is saying, hey, we want to
play ball.
Yeah, we want to play ball.
Yeah, we want to play ball. And here's the reality. At no point, I mean, I have also been critical of Trump. So I think the main thing to note here is I don't love any president. And I think what I embellish in,
I do. I love Trump.
And that's fine. That's fine. I embellish in the loving Trump talk almost because it does rage bait people with TDS so much. But if you actually look at all that I say and post, I've been super critical of a lot of the things that he's done. And I think my main point is, if you can't look at the choice of Kamala Harris and President Trump and agree objectively, Trump was by far the only logical choice, and they're not even in the same ballpark in terms of who's qualified and able to be a good president. And of course, Trump is much better than,
Biden or Obama or Clinton.
Yeah, I'm not even sure you're much smart enough to vote. I don't think you're smart enough to vote if you can't objectively see that. It's just fact. And that doesn't mean I love Trump and think he's a great guy. I don't think he's evil, and I think he genuinely wants to do a good job. But I don't think, obviously, he's not perfect. Nobody's perfect, guys. Nobody's perfect. Come on.
Sevon, those things have nothing to do with tariffs. You're wrong. Stay on topic. Tariff cause prices to skyrocket. Now, they can cause certain prices to skyrocket. As Lucky Camera Strap says, it caused cameras for prices to go up. It also caused cameras are also very, very, very cheap in the United States. But let me also say this. The other thing is to use leverage so that those countries will reduce tariffs on us. You're just looking at, it was just a quick overview, Mr. Lange. It was also to get leverage on them on other.
Oh, Patty.
On other items.
And this is the thing. Hey, maybe Trump is dumb. I don't think he is, but he could be. The point isn't, by comparing him to Kamala and saying he's better than Kamala is just showing how bad he is. Those were our only two options, dude. So you're asking me to say Trump is so bad that I should pick the worst choice? So between the two choices, this guy is so bad, I'm going to choose the one down here that's 10 times worse. Just be objective. That's it. All I'm saying is, hey, the other choice was not even a choice. So
what tariffs are done for? None. That's the
None.
And that's the interesting thing. The Supreme Court decision doesn't do anything. None of the tariffs will be done. Moscow de-dollarization dreams meet pragmatic reality. For years, the Kremlin has thundered that the age of the dollar was ending. The greenback was a weapon, we were told, an instrument of pernicious American coercion that Russia would cast aside as it built a new sovereign financial order. De-dollarization was destiny, not just policy. Moscow would lead the world toward a multipolar system where Washington no longer held the whip hand. State media treated the dollar's decline at note just inevitable but imminent. Not just inevitable but imminent. Now comes the twist. Behind all the defiant chest-thumping bluster, Russia is reportedly considering a return to the supposedly toxic dollar settlement, provided sanctions are lifted. According to Bloomberg, an internal Kremlin memo outlines potential areas of convergence with Washington. These includes re-entering the dollar settlement system, pursuing joint oil and gas ventures, cooperating on critical minerals, collaborating on nuclear energy, and even offering preferential conditions to U.S. firms re-entering Russia. The price, sanctions relief, and restore access to dollar transactions. The deal maker, President Trump.
I'm buying a book right now.
Hey, and let me tell you this. Biden couldn't even speak with Putin.
Well, Biden wasn't even alive. The Epstein files claim he died in 2019, and some guy in a mask was the president.
Oh, really? It says that in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the little like rubber flap next to his ear in one of those pictures?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm buying 2 Ludwig von Mises books right now. Thank you, JY CrossFit for bringing that up. I've been meaning to get into this guy.
How hard do you want to go? Do you want to just go so fucking hard right now?
Yes, dude.
Caleb, can you go hard to the
Are
darkest
these not
corners of
available?
reality?
Sure, let's try it.
Human action.
There was this lady. Her name was Virginia Guffrey.
Okay.
And she got a $10 million. She got a $10 million settlement from Prince Andrew because he supposedly diddled her on Epstein Island. Recently, in Texas, she committed suicide. Before she committed suicide, she wrote a book. Here's an excerpt from her book that she wrote herself and is reading herself. This is her own voice.
At the most time on that island, fine, I'll give it to you straight, no filter. The former president.
That's weird when she says no filter, because that's exactly the way Grok talks. Always says to me, okay, I'll be like, hey Grok, shut the fuck up and give me the truth. It's like, okay, I'll give you the truth with no filter. It always says that.
You know exactly which one. Yeah, Clinton. The survivors still call him number one. Epstein used to laugh and say there was heavy competition for the title. But when the girls compared notes in the safe houses later, every single one of us agreed he took the crown no contest. He liked the dog leashes, thick black leather ones with silver studs. He'd clip them on our collars. Yeah, we had collars. And parade us around the main house, barefoot on the marble, out by the pool, sometimes all the way down to the beach. If you walked slow, he'd yank. If you stumbled, he'd make you get on all fours and eat dog biscuits off the floor like a good girl. He kept a crystal bowl of them right by the bar, called them treats. When he was in the mood, he'd pick one of us, always the youngest looking, always the one who still cried, and say, "You've earned something extra special tonight."
Now remember, during the Me Too movement, the liberals said you could never question a victim. If a victim speaks, they're telling the truth. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You could never question a victim.
You don't need me to spell out what the extra special was. You already know. Then Hillary would walk in.
Yeah, I need her to spell it out too. Okay, so then she said, then Hillary would walk in.
Everything got darker the second she appeared. She didn't want sex. She prefers terror. She'd scream at us to get on the floor and lick up whatever mess had been made. Sometimes it was food, sometimes it wasn't. If we were too slow, she'd grab a fistful of hair and shove our faces into it while the men laughed. And then there were the nights she called the most dangerous game. They'd release us into the trees with a 10-minute head start.
That's a movie.
No clothes.
That's a movie.
It's a book.
And a movie. I watched the movie. It's a good movie.
The book is insane.
What book?
Yeah. Hey, Pat Lange voted for Hillary Clinton. That's what you voted for, Pat. You're angry at us for voting for tariffs and border security and enforcing laws. Meanwhile, you voted for a lady who's shooting women in the woods on Epstein's Island. Hey, dude, I don't know. I think it's real. I don't think this is
You think
AI.
it's real?
Hey, come on, pool boy.
Not just AI, but you think that this. How can you think this is real? Hold on, let me explain it.
She'd be waiting in a golf cart with a hunting rifle across her lap. Bill and his buddies followed on foot with those electric prods they used on the yachts. If he caught you first, you were dragged back and degraded in ways that used to wake me up screaming. If she caught you, you didn't come back. Most times, she didn't even bother getting close. She'd just take the shot from 50 yards and watch through the scope while you bled out on the leaves. That's who they were on that island. That's who they still are. And every time you see them smiling on television, remember, most of us never came home.
Did you know that Samantha Guthrie, the one who did the interview with Virginia on CBS, isn't it weird Nancy Guthrie's missing now?
The mom.
God,
Nancy's missing?
Yeah, the mom is missing of the last person who interviewed Virginia Guthrie.
It's crazy that she died to begin with. That's crazy.
There's just no way you can hunt somebody on this island.
Oh, dude. I don't believe
here,
that.
I have the book.
worth
Oh,
doing, you know what I
look
mean?
at someone
Have you
says,
seen-
I have her book. This is not from her book. Oh, all right. She didn't narrate the version of her book that I have from Audible. I can't seem to find this anywhere.
There you go.
All right. Okay, debunked. You're welcome. I can't see Hillary Clinton sitting in a golf cart. I can't see anyone sitting in a golf cart and shooting people.
Dude,
just-
you don't believe that they suck baby blood? They've killed millions of babies. Hillary Clinton is equal to Margaret Sanger, dude. She loves abortion. She's a staunch advocate for abortion.
I just don't think that the hunting thing is real. I think that like the rest of it, it's all easy pickings for them. If they did, if they did everything else, it'd be so easy for them to do that.
Yeah.
But gathering a bunch of adult women, putting them on leashes, and then releasing them onto this island that's like maybe 5 acres.
I mean, it sounds like something
then
Hillary
hunting them?
Clinton would do.
Okay, now let me show you something that is 100% real. Okay? Same kind of area. Here we go.
Hey, play this clip. People have forgotten this clip. Go ahead, Rob.
Jeff from Ohio asks on Facebook, Trump says the campaign has changed him. When did that happen? So, Mr. Trump, let me add to that. When you walked off that bus at age 59, were you a different man, or did that behavior continue until just recently?
So what she's referencing, it's crazy that she added that. We played the clip a few weeks ago where Trump says you can grab a girl in the pussy when you're famous. And he says sometimes he just can't control himself and he just kisses girls. And now this is the 2020 debate against Hillary, and this fucking commentator thinks it's cool to bring it up. Now watch how Trump answers this.
And you have 2 minutes for this.
I told you, that was locker room talk. I'm not proud of
This
it.
is the part about grabbing
I
by
am
the...
a person who has great respect for people, for my family, for the people of this country, and certainly I'm not proud of it. But that was something that happened. If you look at Bill Clinton,
Hilarious.
far worse, minor words and his reaction. His was what he...
I was talking to someone today who literally said they thought Trump was a terrible person because of these things that he said. And I looked at that person, I was like, really? You think Trump's a terrible person because he made a grab her by the pussy joke? You think he's a terrible person because he made a joke? Dude, really? I've heard jokes infinitely worse than that almost every single day of my life. Even from ages 8 to 15 in the Xbox Live chat room. I don't think those people are horrible people. I think they're saying
you probably
I think
played
it's
Xbox with Epstein.
right. It's probably locker room talk.
Don't forget Bill Cosby never swore in his stand-up routines. And yet he drugged bitches and stuck his cock in them.
Oh wow.
That was his bit. That was his huge
That's
selling
so
point.
crazy.
Yeah. Don't
That's
forget.
so crazy.
he's done
People
to women.
forgot
There's
this.
never
Now watch this. He's going to talk about Bill Clinton.
been anybody
Watch.
in the history of politics in this nation that's been so abusive to women. So you can say any way you want to say it, but Bill Clinton was abusive to women. Hillary Clinton attacked those
Wait
same
for
women
it, folks.
and attacked them viciously. 4 of them here tonight. One of the women, who is a
The world
wonderful
was
woman,
shocked on
at
this
12
day.
years old, was raped at 12. Her client, she represented, got him off, and she's seen laughing on 2 separate occasions, laughing at the girl who was raped. Kathy Shelton, that young woman, is here with us tonight.
So we want to say that it's not true. That
Oh,
she
it's
shot
true.
him, that she shot people, or that
Right.
Bill Clinton was acting like
Oh,
this.
right,
But
right.
right here in front of the whole nation, He's saying, don't forget, 4 women came out who said that they were sexually abused by Bill, and Hillary attacked those women.
So don't tell me about words. I apologize for those words.
There he is
But it
apologizing.
is things that people say. But what President Clinton did, he was impeached. He lost his license to practice law. He had to pay an $850,000 fine to
He's
one of
in
the
the
women,
audience.
Wow.
Paula Jones, who's also here tonight. And I will tell you that
Did America forget this
Hillary
day?
brings up a point like that, and she talks about words that I said 11 years ago.
Wow.
I think it's disgraceful, and I think she should be ashamed of herself, if you want to know the truth.
Okay, pause it right here.
Hey, he says that right to their face. Now I know that's different than shooting people, but it's down that path. Of
Laughing at a girl who's been raped, and you are defending the perpetrator is so I don't know. This is the other thing. I was talking with Bryson today. I was like, man, am I a bad person for thinking that Trump isn't evil? Like, I just don't look at him and think, wow, he's an evil guy. I look at him as a flawed person, just like all people are, but he genuinely seems like someone who wants to do a great job and really does care about people. Like, he 100%, he's said fucked up things before. Sure. So have I. I know that I care about people. I've heard all of us say, I've heard you make fun of people, but I know you care about people. So when people are like, oh, he made the grabber by the pussy joke, he's a horrible human being, I'm like, I don't know, man. There are so many examples of him demonstrating how much he cares about people. So am I this bad person? Because that's what the people who oppose MAGA will say. That's what the liberals will say. They'll say, you're an evil person. You're a Nazi. You're a terrible person if you voted for Trump. Like, damn, does me thinking that he just wants to do a good job and actually cares about people, does that make me a bad person? That's what they'll lead you to believe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's called gaslighting.
No, it's not.
Yeah, don't be a boomer. That was a boomer. Wow, that was a crazy boomer moment. Hey, we got past the tariff talk, Pat. They worked. We proved it. We laid it all out. We proved that tariffs work. The proof is in the pudding. Go back and watch it if you didn't understand it the first time.
I already told you the thing that I didn't like about his talk is he's saying that the Supreme Court justices weren't loyal, and I don't need them to be loyal to the president. I'm not sure what he was talking about, loyal to the Constitution, but I think he meant loyal to the president.
I think he's saying loyal to America and the Constitution. That's what I believe.
God, I hope so, because he kept saying he didn't give any real arguments on why he legitimately had that power. He just kept saying we're being invaded and all of these things that were true, but they were emotional appeals and practical appeals as opposed to legal justification for why he should or shouldn't have that power based on the Constitution. And that's frustrating me.
That's his biggest drawback is he reacts emotionally. But to me, there's something authentic and there's something predictable in that, and there's something almost trustworthy in that. Like you can see his flaws, and he's so open and vulnerable with his flaws that I don't think of him as someone like Bill Clinton, who's
or Bill Cosby
committing sexual acts with Monica Lewinsky in the West Wing, in the hallway.
That's another thing. Have you read the Canada Star report in details? Monica talks about how she was eating his ass in the hallway.
Yep. And that's so like
eating his ass.
Right.
Hey, dude.
He doesn't swear, and he's a good
on a practical
statesman.
level. Having a 19-year-old girl eat your ass when you're a 45-year-old man is fucking
do they even have wet wipes back there?
But Sevon, he's a
I'm just talking
statesman.
practically.
He's a statesman, and he's polished, and he says the right things.
Oh, he's polished, all right.
Something's polished. So I mean, look, that's what people want in a president. They want a guy who allows a 19-year-old girl to eat his ass, but he doesn't say, I grabbed her by the pussy in the locker room. I mean, come on. What's worse, saying I grabbed her by the pussy or getting your ass eaten by a 19-year-old in the West Wing?
Another thing she said, which was interesting, he didn't ejaculate in her mouth for the first 7 times, even though she wanted to, because I forget what reason he gave.
He felt bad.
He didn't want her to become attached to him or something.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. That's what I do too, usually.
Hey, Nate, I agree. The bigger problem is that all of our presidents we've had in my lifetime as well have all sucked. The options have been horrible.
Obama was pretty good. He dropped a lot of drone strikes.
Yeah,
Hey, I don't think you think
so
Trump sucks. You think Trump sucks? I don't think he sucks at all.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, no, I'll say it. I don't think he sucks. I think he's
great.
I think he's inflammatory, and maybe that's what we need right now. I don't know. I do know that I am a perfectionist, and so obviously I would like him to act in a way that brings everyone together, and I think he's incapable of that. But maybe that's not what we actually need right now. Maybe what we actually
we don't need that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not smart enough to answer that question. But yeah.
But some of the siege that you faced, and I understand why it was very personal and
Listen very carefully to this.
distressing. But can you accept that some of it was just people legitimately disagreeing with your father's policies and using every lever available, as people generally do in politics, in order to push back?
No. Hold on 1 second. I mean, there are politics, and there is peaceful discourse, right? Over the fact that two people might disagree on abortion. People might disagree on gun rights. People might disagree on the limitations of freedom of speech, right? People can have these disagreements on either side, and they can do so, and they can debate certain things, and whoever wins that debate and the populace ultimately wins. That's different than raiding somebody's house. That's different than subpoenaing their children with the intent to literally try and bankrupt a company. That's different than calling every financial institution and telling them to debank a person.
They debanked the Trump empire. Biden did. They debanked them, dude.
That's different than making up dirty dossiers where saying that there were golden you-know-whats happening with prostitution when it was totally fabricated and paid by the opposition.
He's referring to the fact they made up a story that Trump was peeing on prostitutes at the Ritz-Carlton in Moscow, but the whole Russian dossier was fake and made up, and Hillary was fined for it.
Different than saying that there were secret servers in the basement of a building communicating with the Kremlin when we don't know a damn person in the Kremlin. We don't know anybody in Russia. We had nothing to do with Russia. That's different than having people take him off the ballot in states so that democracy could not prevail in those states. Having radical justices strip him off, that's different. That's different than raiding somebody's home, raiding their wife's closet, taking their legal documents protected by attorney-client privilege.
When you hear, by the way, when you hear that there was no election fraud and that 64 courts said there was no Russian election interference, don't forget, none of those 64 courts, or however many it was, actually heard the case. They all threw the case out before it went to trial.
Taking their medical records, protected over here by something called HIPAA. That's different than all of those things. That's different than calling every attorney general and district attorney in the country to indict somebody for doing absolutely nothing wrong. All of those indictments we've since overturned, right? That's criminal type behavior. That's not democracy. That's not the debate of ideas where people can have different perspective.
My point is that some of the siege.
It's crazy what the Bidens put him through.
Yeah. Hey, here's the deal. He's done more to unshackle the secrets surrounding Epstein than any other president to this point. And yeah, he did say he would release him. He also said he would, and Pat, you're right. He said he would lower spending. He said we'd, eliminate foreign bullshit, foreign aid, all the government waste. He did say all those things. And that's my biggest criticism is like, hey, why did Doge disappear? Like that was what I wanted more than anything else. I want all this government spending, this obscene, disgusting, excessive government spending and fraud done for.
Well, wait a second. Let's be very clear. Spending is only relative to GDP. So
I don't care. No. Stop.
Yep. Let me just explain it really quick for people who don't get it. If I'm spending $10 and I'm only making $5, then I'm overspending by $5. But if I'm making $10 and if I'm making $15 and I'm only spending $10 and I'm spending $20, I'm still saving money. That's less spending relative to how much money I made.
I get what you're saying.
And he has laid that out very clearly that that's what he's going to do. He's going to make more money for the country.
We are in a spot where
to help
he ran.
Hey, he's going to bring
ran.
Up the.
Sevon, he ran on draining the swamp, and he hasn't done it.
He's trying.
He did try. He had tried, but him and Elon couldn't get it done. They had a falling out, and it just stopped. So I agree. I can agree with Pat, 100%. Like he should have done a better job with that. We should stop sending money overseas. Doge should have been running free, cutting bureaucracy off from the head, dude. Cutting the heads off of bureaucracy, destroying NGOs, destroying all these fat, bloated government agencies that don't do anything but rob American taxpayers and fraudulently spend it. So I 100% agree with that. But again, the main point is it's not even an argument. Objectively, exponentially better than any other option we had. So
we can blame
all the burdens on,
we can blame all the previous admins for the Epstein debacle too. However, right now the burden is on Trump. I agree.
Right. I agree with that. Hey, he also said he'd end the war in Ukraine. It's still going on. I think it's close to coming to a close. Hopefully they're having talks in Geneva, but look, this is just, I think the main thing is, hey, like, I don't disagree. Look, yeah. And here he is. Doge is a great idea. I loved it. Yeah. Like, hey, I don't disagree with you. I think you think that I suck Trump off. And just because I think he was the best option doesn't mean I do that. I don't know. Call me crazy. Yeah, Doge definitely needs it. Like, what happened to that?
I don't know what happened to that. He got in a fight with Elon.
They got too close. They got too close to the bureaucracy.
Greatest president ever.
No.
The terror. I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
Legendary.
Oh gosh. It's just
Trump would so do that.
Yes, he would. You see, we're gonna get stuff about aliens. He's gonna be do some shit about aliens. It's coming.
Yep. Is it?
Yeah. Obama said it was bullshit, and then Trump's like,
yeah,
no,
I wonder why we're getting it. What's the sleight of hand? Open the aperture, if Sousa would say. And when I say that, I'm also not being facetious. Sousa really, he influenced me greatly with that statement. But I wonder what they're trying to distract us from by saying that.
Well, I have one of the aliens here. This is the people that Pat sides with. This is the Kamala crowd. This is why in context why Trump's such a great president.
What is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Share something that just happened around me that made me really anxious for disability awareness. I heard like an explosion sound. It sounded like a, if you know what I mean. And I'm near a mall in America, so unfortunately that's a valid fear. I look behind me instinctually, fight or flight, and all I could see in the direction of the sound was a white Jeep that has an American flag on it.
This guy thinks that the threat of guns and shooting in California would come from a Jeep with the fucking American flag on it. Have you ever seen a Jeep with an American flag on it at any type of fucking shooting event? Those fucking wingnuts didn't even fucking bring guns to the Capitol on Jan 6.
And they parked near me and they're like getting out of their car and going to dinner or something. Unfortunately, my instinct was to duck because I heard an explosion noise. I saw that truck, Jeep, whatever. And all I could think was that there was danger nearby. And
they live in America, but they think the American flag means danger. They hate this fucking country.
Pat, give us an answer. You have a chance. You have a golden opportunity right here to set the record straight. Who is worse in your eyes, Sevon or this gentleman? I'm presuming, and it could not be. But you get the point.
It's probably
who's worse, Pat? Who's worse? Who's worse to you?
Who would you rather have as president, Pat? Me or this guy?
Like a if you know what I mean. And I look behind me, instinctually, fight or flight, you know? And all I could see in the direction of the sound was a white Jeep that has an American flag on it. And they parked near me and they're like getting out of their car.
Oh my
and
gosh,
going
I
to
can't
dinner
believe
or
they had an
something.
American flag on their car.
Unfortunately,
Now listen, here comes the best part.
my instinct was to duck
They
because
park next to
I
him.
heard an explosion noise. I saw that truck, Jeep, whatever, and all I could think was that there was danger nearby and I had to duck and hide my head and make sure I was safe. I'm feeling really emotional over the fact that I even have to be worried about that, considering how I look, how I'm presenting right now.
What?
How I look.
What's
You
so
know.
weird. Hey, what's so weird is he said, I heard a boom. I then looked behind me and saw a Jeep. Then I ducked. That isn't how explosives and guns work, pal. Your head would be blown off if there was a threat at that point.
Smooth.
And Pat, you didn't say anything here. I asked you a very binary question. Who is worse to you, Sevon or that? Just give a one-word answer. That or Sevon. Who's worse? Who's worse to you? Or who do you prefer? Who do you like better? Okay, Sevon's worse. That's the point. That's the point we're trying to make. That's the point we're trying to make, brother. Dang, dude, that would hurt my feelings if you said that about me. That would hurt my feelings. I would not be able to handle that emotionally. Oh, he said Sevon is not worse than that. Okay, there he goes. He says Sevon's not worse. Okay, hey, all right, dude. Then we're on the same team. Pat loves Trump. He's a big tariffs guy. We got him.
Hey, here, you know what's so funny?
We got him.
Do you know how I processed that if he would have said the other way?
Yeah, how?
I just wouldn't believe him.
Oh, yeah.
I just wouldn't believe him.
We're so different. I'd go to Lizzie after the show. I'd be like, man, do you really think I'm worse than that guy?
No. I think I'm in the camp of I protect my ego at all costs. This is an incident that occurred during a student-led anti-ICE walkout at Uniclaw School, Uniclaw, Washington. It's probably named after some Chinese tribe that they call Native Americans. The female students were arrested by Uniclaw Police Department. This shit is crazy. They're chanting "fuck ICE" and "fuck you too."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for them, especially just standing there.
The chick just punched him in the face.
Nice.
He's saying, "You're going to jail. You're going to jail." He was right. She is going to jail.
Yeah.
Some girl attacks the cops, one of her friends.
You punched him for a reason.
She's screaming, "I want my mommy."
Oh my God.
Dude. I want my mom. I want my mom.
Wow.
Your mother would be disappointed in you, kid.
Wow. That is unbelievable.
I want my mommy.
Oh gosh.
That's amazing.
Hey, I haven't said anything degrading in 44 minutes.
Impressive.
That's crazy. No bad words about people. No vulgar descriptors. I'm serious about this. I'm serious. I hope I don't slip up tomorrow.
That's when the real world meets your kids. Oh, how about tonight? Tonight's show is going to be amazing.
No, I'll be fine on the update show. It's Kill Taylor I'm worried about.
Absolutely amazing. Okay. Little off subject. A lot off subject, but still very interesting. This is Huberman. And I feel like Huberman is like always trying to sell whatever the latest and greatest is. But listen to this. He's talking about Triple G.
Once
Go ahead.
Huberman endorsed athletic greens. Like, come on. There's really, dude, a processed supplement for vegetables.
Yeah. He's a Stanford researcher. And I like his fish tank in the background. Okay, here we go.
It's going to change everything is a peptide called retatrutide. Retatrutide is sometimes referred to as GLP-3. It's a triple agonist of the GLP-1, glucagon, and something called GIP. The interesting thing here is that in a phase 3 clinical trial in humans, it caused up to loss of...
What does that mean, a phase 3 clinical trial? What does that mean?
No idea. I would imagine that there are multiple phases of clinical trials. Phase 3 is like one of the final stages before getting FDA approval.
Phase 3 trial, like I guess phase 3 trial
designed to confirm the efficacy, monitor side effects, and compare new treatments against current standards of care. Trials typically last 1 to 4 years and are critical.
300 to 3,000 people is a phase 3 trial. It's anything over 300 people that lasts a couple years, like you said. To evaluate the overall benefit risk profile, determine if the new treatment is better than the standard of care, and gather data for regulatory approval. That's what it's for. Last 1 to 4 years. Randomized, controlled, often double-blinded. If successful, these studies provide the primary evidence for regulatory approval via a new drug application. Okay, let's keep going.
1/3 of body weight in about 6 months' time. And it seems like there's some degree of muscle sparing. The bodybuilding community has been onto this for a long time. Bodybuilders always get there first, then it goes into their high-level clients, then it shows up in Hollywood. Everyone lies or avoids answering the question of how they got so jacked. They talk about eating chicken breasts, and they're actually taking growth hormone and cypionate and winstrol and retatrutides. Everyone hears about it, and they start maxing it, and then it's a big, giant mess out there. This is going to be a $1 trillion drug. $1 trillion.
What are some benefits outside of weight loss?
Reduced alcohol appetite, reduced impulsivity, perhaps. Remember,
so it popped on my radar because one of my friends that's an alcoholic took this and they quit drinking cold turkey.
It wasn't me.
No, it wasn't you.
Receptors for these things are all over the brain and body. My stance on things is, do as you wish, but know what you're doing, with the important caveat that if you are an adult and your body is fully formed, you are in a completely different landscape than if you're 14, 18, 20. With peptides, there's the risk of where you're getting it from, but there's also the risk that if you're augmenting growth hormone in your teens, your 20s, you can really mess up your hypothalamic pituitary body axis, all the organs of your body. A peptide that's going to change.
So $1 trillion industry, by the way, look at his head. He's changed quite a bit. He's become more manly looking in the last 10 years.
Is this on his Instagram?
This is, let me see what, no. But listen to some of the comments. I'm on 6 milligrams, game changer, alcoholic for 30 years, stopped drinking. I lost 145 pounds. Biggest issue with these triple Gs is you can't stop taking them. That's why they're $1 trillion.
AI
helps. Microdosing helps issues, energy, and focus. I used it last summer and had awesome results. I'm 42. It made getting a 6-pack easy. I was 400 and now 240. No saggy skin. Oh, shut the fuck up. That's not true, right? And he's private. I love retatrutide. Should always be prescribed with an EpiPen. Wow. Meaning they cause seizures?
For an allergic reaction.
No, it's not muscle sparing. Screws up food signaling. Causes gastric distension. Where can I get this?
Biomax.com. Use code 7 on it. Check out.
I've been enjoying Retta for 2 years. Pretty soon the world's going to be lean again. Bro, I love you, Huberman, but please tell me then why everyone on Retro looks miserable and their faces look like they're on their last days. I genuinely want to know. I'm beyond curious. Let's see. They are losing all the fat within their face from not getting enough healthy fats and carbs. Anyway, what do you think about $1 trillion peptide industry?
Crazy.
I feel like it's possible. Everybody's jumping on the bandwagon right now. It's huge. Huge.
12 Pat, how about this? Just take creatine and protein powder and work out. I'm 50, 195 pounds and ripped to shreds. You don't need all that garbage. who should take that?
Fat people.
You think if you're 400 pounds and an alcoholic, it's been that way for 10 years, you should try it?
Probably. Maybe slow down the alcohol first so you don't go into withdrawals.
I mean, the problem is if you are 400 pounds and an alcoholic, then you don't have your issue isn't a lack of retatrutide. Your disease isn't due to a lack of this peptide.
Condition? It's a psychiatric
your
condition?
disease is a result of the actions that you take and your inability to control your pleasure desiring impulses for gluttony, and probably a plethora of other things, but just like, yeah, if you're 400 pounds overweight and an alcoholic, I don't know. I mean, I guess to save your life, is it okay? You're just going to continue acting in that way or take retatrutide? Then yeah, take it.
I don't believe you have to take it your whole life. Do you?
No, but Sevon, the problem is, so part of the problem is you're 400 pounds and an alcoholic. The other massive part of that problem is the actions that you took and the character traits that you have that led you to become 400 pounds and become an alcoholic. And retatrutide doesn't solve those.
Correct.
In fact, it's an action further down the line of those same actions. It's a quick fix to the problem that was created because you desired quick fixes.
Which answers this question. Sarah, even people super focused on clean eating are taking peptides now. It's so wild to me. Everyone I know who takes peptides is super fit, and I don't know anyone who takes them who's like fucked up. I keep hearing if you take it, you don't need to continue microdosing long term to continue the results.
She's saying
I think your hunger will come. I think you do need to. Yeah, I assume if you get off. But listen to this. Let me just throw this out there. You take it for a year, and you get your habits in check, and
how do you get your habits in check?
Because you're going to be eating less and not craving. It's going to get rid of the cravings, and so you're not going to eat. And then when you get off of it, you'll build those habits, and you won't go back to the way you were. No.
I have no idea. I've never done anything like that. The closest thing I've ever done to anything like that is BPC 157. And it wasn't like I'm taking it to solve an issue that was due to habitual choices. Like, I had a knee surgery and was told that BPC 157 and TB 500 would help it. And I think it did. But I also haven't taken it in almost a year. So it's been a really long time. I don't feel like I need to keep taking it. I'm squatting more than ever. Not more than ever. I'm squatting more than I have since this surgery. But I don't know. I don't know that. I just don't know that that's how it works. I mean, I don't know. So saying, okay, I'm an alcoholic and I took this drug and this fixed me. That would be, that would be crazy. It would be $1 trillion industry. If that is actually what it's capable of doing, it would turn the healthcare industry on its head. I think. I mean, in AA, you're taught that your alcoholism is not. It's a spiritual malady. They call it. Like it is an obsession. It is. You have this inability to sit well with yourself. And so you need something to make you feel better. And I think that people with food addictions and obesity suffer from the same thing. You suffer from a spiritual malady, an inability to be okay with where you are and who you are in that moment. So you need to eat to feel better, drink alcohol to feel better, do this to trigger dopamine and all of your pleasure hormones. And I don't. It's hard to believe that a pill that you just take, which is literally what you're doing as an addict or an alcoholic or a food addict, it's something that you take to feel better. It's really hard for me to believe that is the fix. When my entire sobriety, I've been taught that changing the content of your character is how you remedy that. So I don't know.
My little sister is on Retatrutide, biomaxpeptides.com, and she had to get my coach Mason to build her muscle back, and I'm lower body fat than her, and she's 135.
Oh, Mason startup.
I think it's Mason Mitchell.
Oh, Mason Mitchell. What happened to that guy? Did I degrade him one too many times?
She was on it for 2.5 years. Lost 72 pounds with Mason. Better results than she's been with Mason for 2.5 years.
Wow, 72 pounds, Seema. That's incredible.
That is incredible.
That's incredible. That's your dedication too, but also that's amazing for Mason. Tell him I say hello and great work. Wow.
Wow. You really turned a leaf.
Crazy.
You can always make more dopamine. It's the receptors need to be active to use them. This gaining weight backstories are always from people who are overweight, never from someone that was decently fit and took care of themselves.
Well, none of this changes the fact that it definitely will become a $1 trillion drug if it makes you lose weight and it helps you stop drinking. Whether or not you gain weight back or it fucks you up or there are all these negative side effects, that doesn't matter. The pharmaceutical industry will make it a $1 trillion drug if it'll help you lose weight and stop drinking, regardless of the side effects.
I heard a stat the other day that 1/3 of all high school kids is pre-diabetic. I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe
Holy
it.
shit.
It's crazy. It's scary.
When I was a kid,
really funny?
you knew who the fat kid was.
Yeah.
And now I've been watching these riot footage from high school protests, and it's like every kid is fat, so none of them look fat. You know what I mean? Like every chick and every dude is 30 pounds overweight, and so no one looks fat because the baseline's been changed. But when I was a kid, everyone knew that person.
Mm-hmm. My brother is he's single, so he's just always on the prowl for some chick, and he just keeps showing me the chicks that he's talking to, and he's like, "Yeah, all of them are just so fat," and then he shows me one that's still pretty chubby. He's like, "Oh, she looks good." I'm like, dude,
when I was really
go to an affiliate, I swear to God, you will find somebody who looks even he's like, well, I don't want a jack chick. I'm like, 99% of the people that go to affiliates are not fucking jacked. But they're gonna look better than these stupid fucking bitches on Hinge.
When I was between the ages of 6 and 12, there was one fat kid. He was my neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Hassan, and he was fat as fuck. And I don't mean that as in a degrading way. He would say it too. And then I turned 13, and then there were two fat kids because I became the other. And for 5 years, I became the main fat kid. He was number 2. So it's crazy. And you're right. Now, I remember in middle school, being fat was not the norm.
No.
And that wasn't that long ago.
He had to work
that
so
was
hard
10,
to be
12
funny.
years ago.
Yes. That whoever that was had to be funny as fuck, or else you just shit on him for 4 years.
Yeah.
You know how they did that caliper test in PE in high school?
Yeah,
I remember when they did the fat chick, and I was like, oh, and I walked away just to give her privacy. I was like, I was next in line, and I was like, this is fucked up. And she was so fat, but she was the fat kid.
Yeah.
That was it. There was just her. Not even the football players were fat.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Look at the national championship teams in Nebraska. None of them
I'm
are
on
fat.
carnivore 3 months post baby and 10 pounds under pre-baby weight.
Wow.
And that's the thing about carnivores. It can't just be a couple meals a day or a couple meals a week. It's it is so hard to get off. It's so hard to get off the carbohydrates fully. So hard.
That's amazing. That's going to get you pregnant again. You better be careful. All right. Congress's insider training. Last year, the top 10 congressional traders, members who personally profited the most from the stock market. 2025. Here we go.
Congressional traders, the members of Congress who are making the most on their personal stock trades. Representative Gil Cisneros, who's from California, he has made 527 stock trades and almost $18 million. 9 is Representative Cleo Fields, a Democrat from Louisiana, made 185 total stock trades to make $20 million. This was during 1 year, by the way. Number 8 was Nancy Pelosi, Democrat from California, made 12 trades to make $27 million in 12 stock trades in 1 year. 7, Senator Dave McCormick, a Republican from Pennsylvania, 200 trades for about $29 million in a year. 6, Representative Daryl, I think it's Issa, a Republican from California, 1 trade worth $30 million.
One trade.
Number 5, Representative Jefferson Shreve, Republican from Indiana, 617 trades worth $30 million. Number 4, Representative Josh Gottheimer, a Democrat from New Jersey, 420 trades for $45 million. 3, Ro Khanna, Democrat from California, 3,923 trades worth $56 million in 1 year.
Wow.
And this guy, Ro Khanna, is the guy who's always like, he's on the moral high ground. He thinks he's the Thomas Massey of the Democrats.
Number 2, Representative Michael McCall, Republican from Texas, 1,029 trades worth $75.52 million. And number 1, any guesses? Any guesses who made the most money in 2025? Senator Richard Blumenthal, Democrat from Connecticut, 406 trades. He made $80 million last year.
How do you make $80 million in 1 year in the stock market? Like, how much money do you have to invest?
Well, not that much if you know exactly what it's going to do and when it's going to do it.
I mean, he'd have to have 40 million to invest at a 100% return, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine they're probably investing like 60.
Yeah.
50, 60.
Million?
Mm-hmm. I mean, my
He's
shit's
from,
not even doing that good.
he's
And
from
I'm using
Connecticut.
autopilot.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
He's from Connecticut. All the hedge funds are there. He has all the hookups.
Insider trading isn't a thing, guys.
You think that they should be allowed to trade in Congress? Here's my thing. If
Fuck
we don't,
no.
But here's the thing. If we don't allow them to trade, they're going to find a way around it, and then we're not even going to have any optics on it. That's the problem.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? They're
Well, I
still
think
going
there
to
should
do
be
it.
term limits. There should be term limits, and no, they shouldn't. They shouldn't have any investment.
Okay, I have a
think it's
problem
not-
with
I
term
think it's-
limits too. Let me tell you my problem with term limits.
Oh,
They're not.
Stop.
It's the bureaucrats are running the show. So if we don't let people stay in there long enough to clean out the bureaucrats,
There shouldn't be
fucked.
any bureaucrats.
okay, we got to get rid of them first.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Get rid of them first. They shouldn't be able to take any campaign donations from corporations. I think lobbying is absolutely ridiculous. The American citizen can't lobby. There's no lobbying from the American citizen. It's Israel, automobile companies, pharmaceutical companies, insurance
Schools,
companies,
school unions,
schools.
prison unions.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Get rid of lobbying. Get rid of insider trading. Get rid of the swamp. Get rid of life politicians, lifers.
Life
They're-
bureaucrats.
Yeah, but we'll get rid of the bureaucrats first and then get rid of the lifelong politicians. It's disgusting. They're just, and this is why it's disgusting. All they are human beings. Human beings act in their own self-interest. At the end of the day, they're going to act in their own self-interest. It is just 1 + 1 = 2, always. But we've put them on this pedestal into positions where now they make the rules for all of us because they're above and they're better than, and they're the governors and they're the rulers. They're still just acting in their own self-interest. Every single one of them. Holy cow, it sucks. I hate it.
There's no Gandhis.
No, dude, not in government. People like that don't want to rule others.
Did you see that African guy that came out of fasting for like 4 months or something?
No,
He's basically
really?
Jesus, yeah.
My mom went to a fasting center. There was someone there fasting for 100 days.
Prophet Elijah, 9 years.
He fasted for 9 years. He's a breatharian.
I don't know what that word means.
Just like you live off like that. I don't even know if it's a real thing, but people who just breathe and they do photosynthesis.
Yeah, basically.
Are you pulling it up?
Yeah, this guy.
His 9th year fasting, Prophet Elijah, the African prophet who started fasting since 2016. He feeds only on liquids. Oh.
I don't know. That's not fasting though, right?
No.
No.
Like what? Like goat milk?
Protein
Yeah,
shakes?
I guess define fasting.
Not eating.
Why is he moving like that? He looks high.
He's dancing. Shakaba.
Anyway.
8 figures
Why-
is a
any-
bit greedy. Would have been less obvious to keep it low 7 figures and roll it into real estate.
Any
80
person
million.
who calls themselves a prophet Oh, I just cannot. I just am so. The prophet Elijah. You think you're a prophet, bro? That's crazy.
I want him to be prophet and just have like a regular name like Pablo. Here we go. SanDisk is up 100% last year. If you have the inside knowledge, you don't need that much to make a lot. That's crazy.
Wow. Hey, I'm just going to tell you guys right now, most underrated stock to buy, Costco. It's not going to go down. Buy Costco.
Just use the World War III autopilot portfolio and you'll be good.
Costco is the most robust business model there is.
The what portfolio? World War III portfolio?
Yeah, on autopilot.
All right. If you're confused about what ICE is doing, this is for you. Borders are Tom Homan. What's it say?
Kidding. SanDisk.
Wow. 650. Jesus.
Out now. We're showing up at parking lots, vacant homes, but we're not going to give up to every one of these kids are found. So we just found one 2 days ago, an example, 14-year-old little girl living with 2 adult males who trafficked her, and we found her she's pregnant from trafficking, being forced into prostitution.
They found a 14-year-old girl 2 days ago who was brought over the border illegally, who's pregnant and living with 2 adult males. Are you fucking kidding me?
14 years old. So we're taking care of her, both physically and mentally. Despite what the media says, we're not heartless. We care about these kids. I'm a father. And the reason I'm so emotional and so headstrong on this issue, because I've dealt with dying children throughout my career. I've held dying children. I've held dead children. I talked to little girls as young as 9 that were raped multiple times by the criminal cartels. I'll never forget it. When you get on your knees to talk to 9-year-old little girl, everything innocent and pure is ripped from her, and she don't believe in humanity anymore. Because you had a bunch of animals crawling on her and taking everything pure from her. You'll never forget it. That shit's happening every day through this trafficking. And we're going to put an end to it.
Every day. I believe him. I believe that shit's happening every day because of the borders that were left open during the Biden administration. You believe it? It's happening every day?
Probably.
Every day. Those eyes,
Hey,
a lot.
Another person messaged me. They added me in a comment and they said, "Do you agree that silence is complicity?" And I don't hear, well, that's what they believe. They believe that silence makes you complicit. Meanwhile, they're all silent on this matter.
Pushing against it makes you complicit. Pushing against it makes you complicit. I take as much responsibility as I can, and I acknowledge the fact that some people are going to get picked up who aren't illegal, and they're going to have a rough couple days, and then they're going to get released. Not a lot, not as much as that were picked up under Obama. And when I mean not a lot, I'm complicit in the fact that if you have police officers roaming the streets with guns, people are going to get accidentally shot and killed. That you can acknowledge things, but to push back against this, you're complicit. I think all the people who are out there protesting pro choice rallies, they're complicit in the murder of babies. They're the frontline soldiers. What do you think? How could silence be complicity?
That's what they believe.
Give me an example. Give me an example.
They believe that if you don't post a black square and you don't speak out, that you're racist. They believe that if you don't speak out against ICE, then you are for ICE killing people on the streets. They think that if you don't say Trump is bad, you are a Nazi, a homophobe, a fascist. They think that if somebody makes a gay joke and you don't denounce that person, you think gay people are bad.
I think that if you do stand up for it, that basically what you're doing is you're insisting that what the person said was true, and you're demanding people to dim their own light and play weak.
Yeah, I agree with that. I just like, I couldn't believe that person said that to me, because I just thought, like, I thought of situations like this. I'm like, what about little girls in Afghanistan who are having battery acid poured all over them because they're not wearing their burqas and they're learning how to read, and they're being forced into blindness? You don't speak out about that. Does that make you complicit? What about this situation? This little 9-year-old girl that's been raped by countless cartel drug traffickers and narco terrorists. You're not speaking out about that. So does that make you complicit to this?
How about
what about
the vaccines that have killed people during COVID, and
Right.
you're not speaking out about that?
So it's just so inconsistent, and I honestly don't get how people can justify that line of belief. I don't understand it, and I would like to, and maybe because I don't believe that it's as simple as, oh, they're just regurgitating what they hear.
Well, legally, let me speak legally. If you're an adult, I think legally it works like this. If you heard that, if you're a parent and your child gets diddled, and you don't turn that person in, whether it's their father, their uncle, their school teacher, you are now complicit legally. You have to report it. That's why recently those people at that high school are in so much trouble. That girl was wrestling a boy. He stuck 2 fingers in her pussy, and she told the school, and they didn't report it. So now they're complicit.
What the fuck?
So legally on those grounds, Taylor, they're complicit. I don't know how it is if you see let's say you see a hit and run and you leave the scene of the crime, but you were just a witness. I don't know if legally you're supposed to stay for that. But those people who say that shit are so confused on the issues that they think they're standing up for. This guy thinks that someone with American flag is going to be the shooter. You can't find me one instance where there's a fucking shooter carrying an American flag. Your correlate for someone who has their hair dyed is significantly stronger than someone who has an American flag. The guy with an American flag is shooting beer cans, not people.
Or a guy with a rebel flag. Maybe you find a couple of those. That's fair. I think that's close to just as bad as being a blue-haired liberal.
I don't know anything about the Confederate flag.
You have to be really. I can't be degrading.
Isn't that what's on the General Lee Dukes of Hazzard?
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's the one exception, because that's the coolest car ever. My neighbor has a fully restored version of that car, the General Lee, and like once every 3 weeks he'll like drive it out. It is so cool.
Does he jump in through the window?
Oh, and Luke Duke. No, he's like 65 and very large. He can't get in through the window. He has to use the.
What's your black neighbor say about it?
No, this is on a different street. I don't know if my black neighbor's even ever seen it. And you have to know, like if you're just sitting down, you see it drive by, you can't see the rebel flag. It's on the ceiling. It's on the roof.
Confederate flag was the flag for the Democrats in the South, right?
Dude, if you fly the Confederate flag and your slogan and your tagline is heritage, not hate, you need to read more. Also, they lost. That's pretty anti-American.
Yeah, they lost. Yeah, that's the Democrats' flag.
Yeah, and you're still flying the Democrat. So you're a Democrat. You're a loser Democrat. That's what you're signaling.
What about the flag with the circle and just like the 13 stars? Is that one
just
cool?
rock? If you're one of the first 13 colonies, like you live in North Carolina or Virginia or something, sure, whatever. If you want to rock the Gaston flag that don't tread on me, cool. But if you're gonna rock a flag that represents a nation, and you live in America, it should be an American flag, I think. Yeah, Somalian flag, get it out. Mexican flag, get it out. American flag. That's the only flag
Minnesota
you need.
flag, get it out.
Well, that's now Somalian.
Tune into the Glintons podcast on Tuesday nights at 5:30.
Oh, Pat should call in. Pat, you should call in. I don't even know if I've ever heard your voice. What do you sound like, Pat? I can't even remember.
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't.
I think it's an Indian bot. Hello, my name is Patrick Lange. I'm calling from Dell to talk to you about your timeshare that you have in Hawaii. Would you like to downgrade your timeshare for a refund on your debit card? I'm going to need your debit card information, your bank account number, and your routing number. And we are going to send you a refund on the amount of $1,300.67. This is for your timeshare. And again, my name is Pat Lange.
House approves the Save America Act as the GOP aims to implement strict new voting requirements.
Was that degrading? Shit.
No.
Okay.
No, I think that was honoring people with Indian accents.
Fine. Look what they did right there. So this is what I teach my students about finding bias in sources, right? That the news story here, which is supposed to be fact-driven, but clearly agenda-driven, they use the word strict to describe the bill about voting requirements. Who are they to say it's strict, right? That's making a judgment. Let people read it and then decide if they think it's strict or not. It's the same thing in my recent video I talked about, which I'll leave the link here to, how colleges have gone from education to indoctrination. We should be teaching people not what to think, but how to think. And so give that video a watch, but I'm curious if anybody else picks up on
This is, once you start seeing this, you can never unsee this. And you'll see it everywhere. NPR is the worst, National Public Radio, because they really try to slip it in there with fucking no emotion. The House approves the Save America Act as the GOP aims to implement new voting requirements, but they throw in their strict, as if they're strict. As if they're strict relative to what? Buying fireworks? Nope. Easier to buy fireworks. I mean, easier to vote. Easier to get into a bar. Easier to get a tattoo. Easier to get your tits chopped off if you're a girl. Easier to get your penis chopped off if you're a boy. Yeah, that guy's voice is horrible.
You mean it's easier to vote than get your penis chopped off?
Yes, that's what I meant. God, I had a great one. I don't see it right now. It was just going through and just ripping all the stories that the liberals present. By the way, the European Union completely fucked. The council just voted in favor of a resolution deeming that trans women are women. The council also voted against an amendment stating that only biological women can get pregnant. That's the European Union.
It's a good thing that they don't really control much. They don't control much. I mean, they control trade in Europe, or they regulate trade. Control, I don't know. Is it control the right word? They regulate trade. I don't like that. I don't like them telling people that men that are trying to become women can now call themselves pregnant women. I don't believe that. No, you can't get pregnant. You don't have a vagina. You don't have a pussy. You have a ball sack.
I don't think this is true. Funny considering that CBS is a Barry Weiss propaganda, so pretty much Trump propaganda, so much Trump propaganda these days. I don't think that's true. I think they've stopped being so just Kamala cock chugging.
Greetings, my name is No Life or Dick Date. I'm calling to get you to donate to the police charity fund. Only 12% of your donation goes to the police officers. The rest goes to my Indian street cuisine. I like to eat crickets and Coca-Cola cooked eggs, and eat your damn fucking eggs, bro.
Another trans shooter shot up
hockey game.
Canada, right?
Hockey game.
Crazy.
Is that in Canada?
No, it was Rhode Island or something, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, they don't even have guns there. How'd they do that?
It's wild.
How could that happen, dude? They banned guns.
Rhode Island did?
I don't know. Let me confirm that. Yes, Rhode Island has some of the strictest gun laws in the United States, ranking 13th in the nation for gun law strength. 13th out of 50. The state has implemented significant measures, including a 2025 law banning the sale of certain military-style semi-automatic assault weapons with a high-capacity magazine bans and mandatory strict concealed carry permitting. How could this happen in a state with such a good gun law? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Take the guns away. Now they took the guns away. How the heck is he going to shoot up the hockey game? Wow. Fancy how that happens. 13th strictest gun law state. Almost top 10. Almost top 10. If that was a games athlete, 13th, we'd say that person's getting pretty close. They're knocking on the door. They're pretty good. We'd be speaking pretty highly of them. And you still get shot up. Crazy. We're not going to have any hockey players left.
And there could have been someone to stop it if they had less strict gun laws.
Yeah, you betcha. If I'm at a Charlotte Checkers game and some guy's shooting it up and I got the blicky on me, the blicky, I'm gonna make it go rakakakakaka. You know.
You think porn sites? I think they should. You think porn sites should require age verification? I think they should.
Yes, 100%. I don't think there should be. I mean, I think they should just be banned in the United States.
Porn sites?
Dude, there's so much messed up shit that happens on them. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's
so
like,
you could say that same thing about guns, though. There's so much messed up shit that happens with them. Hey, dude, just make it. Just
guns.
make it.
Hey, guns don't make their money trafficking underage people. So stop that. That's dumb.
Porn. That's not the intent of porn either. Porn is a place to.
That is the intent of a massive category of porn. Teen porn, dude. That's like a huge. It's like one of the biggest categories. Go look up.
I thought it was just all stuck porn.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like what that didn't exist when I was 15. Stuck porn. Percentage of porn that involves trafficked women and minors. Come on, dude.
This is an interesting statement. There's nothing good about porn. That's an interesting statement. I can't think of anything good about it either.
Yeah.
But I can't think anything good about Coca-Cola either.
It tastes good. What are you talking about? Coca-Cola tastes insane.
Hey, what if you found out that if they got rid of porn, rape skyrocketed?
Okay, then
although that's a bad example because it's probably the other way around. Porn's probably increased rape.
Yes.
Porn should be banned. It's a public health issue. People's society being damaged. God, but you can say that about
88.
So much shit.
A 2010 research study analyzing 50 popular porn films found that out of the 304 scenes, 88% depicted physical violence. That's crazy. That's crazy, buddy.
You don't do that?
I've never seen physical violence on porn.
Okay, well, maybe you haven't watched it long enough. Hey, dude, you got to get past the first 30 seconds, Sevon. You got to get past the point where the pizza delivery guy opens the box and his wiener's in there. You got to get past that scene. Dude, come on. What are you talking about? That's crazy. 88%?
I can't believe there's
all consensual. Don't even worry about it.
In Congress, Minnesota State Representative Tranny Fink opposes age verification laws for adults. Here we go.
That's a good question, Rambler. Do chimps like to watch other chimps have sex?
That is a good question.
In case, and the AGs in many states are very clear about that. They're almost jubilant about being able to use these laws to ban young people from accessing content that could be educational if they are queer. And you're a principal. You have LGBT.
This person's referring to porn as educational?
Students in your school. And we also know that they're not receiving sex education for queer kids. We know that prurient interest could be, for many people, the very existence of transgender kids. More and more people are saying there simply are no transgender kids.
There aren't any.
The Paxton case. And the AGs in many states are very
This is crazy. Expressed opposition to age verification requirements for adult websites, stating that access to certain content may be viewed as educational for minors. Wow. Holy shit.
How else are they supposed to know that they can use violence in the bedroom?
Hey, this is the kind of shit that that's good, Caleb.
Wow.
This is the kind of shit that they'll say is the same as book burning or book banning. This is the kind of shit that when they ban a book talking about a man forcing a fucking kid to suck his dick in a high school library, when they ban that book, they're like, the Republicans are banning books, they're burning books. This is that same line of thinking.
Yeah. That makes sense. But I don't think it's that.
Wow. I don't think it's that either. Because kids not knowing and seeing sex everywhere is the major crisis in this country. Educational. What a degenerate. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I don't want to be on the same side as that. Who are you texting, buddy?
I'm trying to. Sorry. Don't worry about it.
There's no books in schools talking about a man forcing a woman to suck his dick unless it's the Bible. No, there are books about a man forcing a boy to suck his dick in public schools in Florida.
Yeah, it's called Kite Runner. You ever read Kite Runner?
You dumbass, Pat.
I didn't read Kite Runner. Actually.
Fucking dumb shit.
I read that in high school, and that shit was crazy.
I was too fixated on like probably jerking off to like Nikki Benz or something to read Kite Runner, dude. I was playing Halo and jerking off. I was playing Halo on my freaking PSP. I was playing Need for Speed on my PSP and jerking off in the school bathroom when you're supposed to be reading Kite Runner.
Well, if you got a PSP, that was like your first free access to the internet, dude.
Hey, I was taking a
open
shit.
Wi-Fi networks.
I was taking a shit in the urinal and putting split open ketchup packets underneath the toilet seat lids when I was supposed to be reading Kite Runner. That way, when kids walked into the bathroom, they sat on the toilet seat, the ketchup squirted on the back of their legs.
My oldest child, who is 11, asked me this a few months ago, hey, do people put penises in other people's mouths? And I go, where did you hear that? And he said that a girl, and my kids are homeschooled, and he said a girl asked him, hey, you like that girl? Have you put your penis in her mouth yet?
It's the ultimate sign.
I'm like, what made me think about it is Janelle says, I can't tell you the effort I put into my kids not getting inundated with porn and shit. And it's like, oh my God, like I am the ultimate helicopter dad. And like that got
What's
that
the
got
helicopter dad?
Like I'm just on them at all times. You know what I mean? Like I'm the parent.
Constantly.
I'm like the only parent at tennis who sits for the 2 hours. I sit in jiu-jitsu for 3 hours. You know what I mean?
So what'd you tell him?
I deflected. And that's the fucking proper use of the word deflection.
Okay, so how? Tell me.
I don't remember what I said.
Dude, you gotta come on. You can't leave the story like that.
I could make some shit up. Like, what would I say if he said that to me?
Dude.
Now?
You just blacked out when he said it. Like, oh.
I probably said something like, hey, if you're married, you can try anything you want. I probably said something like that.
I probably would have been like, my knee. Look at your mother. I need her to put my penis in her mouth. Oh gosh, that's crazy. I cannot. Dang, dude. That was
so you just, and I've heard that the average age of a child who sees porn in the United States now is 11.
Don't let your kids on Roblox. Don't let your kids on the internet.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, I probably saw it at 12.
On a VHS tape or on a computer?
No, dude. LimeWire.
Oh.
Downloaded some Nikki Benz. Dude, Nikki Benz was the first porn I watched, so I remember her name, dude.
Wow.
Some big busty unnaturals. Very unnatural.
I'm homeschooling my kids for sure.
I
like this family too, and I like these kids, but it's like, you know.
I've also seen like a guy being analed by a horse called Mr. Hands. That crazy video. What else?
Classic.
I've seen a video of 4 dudes on their knees, blindfolded in Mexico, like chainsaw, just shredding their heads off. There's a lot of dark shit on the internet, dude. And I'm not like, I didn't go looking for this stuff. This is just on the internet. The kids be like, hey, check this video out. Or they'll just send it to you. The other classic one is like, hey, have you seen it's supposed to snow? Check this link out. And you click the link and it's the huge black dude and his cock's the size of a freaking anaconda.
Yes.
What else have I seen?
11's not as bad as I thought. I saw Playboy at 12. Yeah, I saw Playboy at 12 too.
Oh,
Playboy
Pain
is,
Olympics.
like,
A guy cut his
so
dick off with a
mild.
butter knife.
Oh,
Two
that's
girls, one cup.
right.
That's a crazy video. Dude, there's so much
Pain
horrible
Olympics was crazy.
Pain Olympics is a crazy.
Ah!
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
God.
right, dude. Goodness gracious. Crazy. Hey, the stuff, and I feel like almost, I want to say that we had it the worst because parents didn't even know that stuff like was a possibility. Now,
Yes.
like Savon, hey, you know,
Yeah.
right? So I feel like maybe my generation and then like the next 5 to 7 years are like the worst because you got access to some unbelievable stuff on the dark web. Unbelievable stuff.
When I was a kid, there was a VHS tape going around called Faces of Death. I never saw it, but I just remember like people be like, dude, I saw these people kill a monkey and fucking eat its brains and shit like that. I'd be like, oh, fuck, I hope I never see that. They buried a monkey in the dirt, and then these dudes sit around with hammers and crack its head open, and while it's alive, eat its brains, I guess. I just remember the other kids telling me. I'm like, oh, God.
Fuck.
Pass.
Gosh, what else? Oh, dude, Omegle. Yeah, we used to just go on chat roulette or Omegle, and every third video, some gigantic man just cranking his hog, like hoping it's like probably a group of young kids, and we would go like, "You're fat, tiny dick, nice dick, pussy." Like we would just, and that guy's probably getting off to that, and I didn't know that at the time, but he was getting off to that. Like that's what's on the internet. That's what's on the internet, dude. Penises, vaginas, animal penises and vaginas, death, horrible murder, execution videos.
In college, I was a counselor for summer camps, and a second grader snuck his phone in that day and was looking up and showing other kids porn. That was 15 years ago. Wow. Oh man, the second grade. In the second grade, a kid brought a beer to school once, and another kid brought a gun to school once, and we just passed it
Oh
around.
my gosh, a gun?
Yeah, it's his dad's gun. It was chill.
What? No, dude. What's worse?
He didn't even get in trouble. He didn't even get in trouble. They both think his name was Jesse Glaze. I'll never forget it. And the beer, he passed it around and we drank it.
Jesse
We didn't
Glazer.
get caught for that. But the gun, Mrs. Pachilla, she was the yard dude. He just came over to our lunch table and took the gun and took it to the principal's office. That was it.
Hey, was it loaded?
I don't know.
My friend was seen.
It was a little revolver.
My friend was seen planted marijuana in our Spanish teacher's class. Mrs. Schutz planted. They were growing plants, and he planted one, and it grew for 4 months. And then they felt like no one knew who planted the plant, but then it was like clear. It was so different than all the other plants. It hadn't started budding, but one of the teachers was like, "Hey, that's a marijuana plant in your classroom," and like we had a whole assembly about it. And the other thing about that teacher, listen. The other thing about that teacher is one day she was teaching at the whiteboard. She was old and she shit herself. Poop ran down her leg and then she scurried out of the classroom and didn't come back and had a substitute come in. Crazy. Maybe that's where my poop fetish began in Mrs. Schutz's Spanish class.
Hey, that's funny that they had a whole school meeting in auditorium, because that's the best case scenario. Hey, we planted that plant. We got a couple hours out of school just to hear your bullshit.
Assembly. What a joke.
Working with the Board of Education, fourth largest state of New Jersey, I can confirm 100% these inappropriate books are real and in the libraries, elementary and middle school. Oh yeah. Pat's in such denial, dude. It's crazy.
Hey, what time's the update show tonight?
No, it was just Jesse 2.5 hours. Jesse Glaze, that was real. That is a good porn name. Jesse was the best fighter in the second grade too, and whenever he would fight, he would cry. And he was fucking winning always.
That's crazy.
It's fucking nuts. Yeah, he just start crying and beating kids up. You're like, fuck. I was terrified of him. I had a math teacher drinking vodka in her coffee. Oh, that's awesome.
Wow, that's crazy.
Brilliant.
I don't know that I ever had
The only
that.
way
I
to
definitely, there was
We've
a
all
high school.
had, I bet.
There was a high school basketball coach who was boinking students. It was crazy. He got in a lot of trouble for that.
Girls or boys?
Yes.
Girls.
And he was like 25, 26, but they were still like 16, 17, dude.
Did you see
What
the
was the high
woman-
school name? I want to Google it and see if I can find it.
Falls Church High School.
Falls Church?
Yeah. Gosh, he had an Irish name. Can't remember his name. Do you ever smell your own farts?
Yeah, I just smelled one just now.
When people argue with me, I always think to myself, wow, this person's arguing with someone who's addicted to the smell of their own farts. They must be incredibly stupid.
You think everybody does that? You think everybody smells their own farts?
No, I just think no. Well, I guess that would be the logical next.
What year would it be?
Oh, like 7, 8 years ago.
Was this Virginia?
Yeah.
It's funny. They in 2021 they had 2 books with graphic sex pulled from their library at the school.
Yep, Falls Church, and it's not in Arlington, Virginia. It's in Falls Church, Virginia.
There's so many sex stories out of there. 15-year-old pregnant teacher. Oh, teacher among 7 arrested in Fairfax. Richard Berkowitz.
That wasn't him. Nope.
Second Fairfax public school teacher arrested for alleged child sex crimes. That's a year ago. Decades-old sex abuse in Falls Church with teenage boys. Minister Jeffrey Taylor. Oh shit. God.
Why do you hate Christianity so much, Pat? It's so weird. And here's the main point. The Bible is an enormous book, and the point isn't sex, rape, and violence. The books we're talking about are books where the entire point is sex, rape, and violence. I don't see how you can't make the distinction between those two things. It's crazy.
There was a sexting case there in 2017.
Maybe that's what it was. What was that guy's name?
I already went past it. Falls Church girls basketball program in 2025.
No.
There was a sex thing. Yeah, sex stories are fucking like finding a needle in a haystack.
Mm.
We had a drama teacher at my high school, a female, and there were always rumors that she was fucking some of the senior dudes.
I think that's fine.
Did you see the chick that she was like 20 something, mid 20s or something? She was a teacher, and they said that she had like a marathon. They called it like a marathon rape or something like that of a 17-year-old kid, the boy.
What is a what?
It was like 4 hours.
Where she what? She raped him?
Well, they just had sex for 4 hours, and the kid obviously, like if you look at the text messages, it's like the kid was trying to get it to happen.
Yeah, of course. He was
Yeah,
a dude,
and the chick
yeah,
was
of
hot.
course. Right, dude. Like, oh, Sam, you don't think that's fine? Come on, bro. 17-year-old boinking a 25-year-old. He's got game, in my opinion.
Pretty wild.
I mean, if he gets her pregnant and you're keeping it, buddy, and like now
There
you're
has
daddy,
there has to be a line somewhere, and once you turn 18, you're now on the other side of the line.
Okay, I think for women, 18. I think for men, 16. I don't know why I feel that way. I lost my virginity at 16 to another 16-year-old.
Yeah.
So like I'm not, it's not from personal experience. I don't know why I don't know. I
think in Nebraska the age of consent is 16 with parental consent.
I was 17 when I had
With
sex.
parental consent?
Dude, I swear to God, somebody told that to me and I was like, what the fuck?
What?
This is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I wonder if you type that into Google, parental consent to have sex.
It's like you can drink within your own, like within your family's domicile below 21.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's the truth. A 17-year-old boy definitely cannot keep up with a 25-year-old woman, especially one crazy enough to want a 17-year-old boy. So maybe that's not a beneficial experience for him. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Who am I to say? Who am I to judge?
Hey, I think it's I agree. Women's and men's age of consent should be different.
Yeah, women are. Listen, you're different. Okay, you're different.
Yeah. You have to wait longer.
The age to vote should be different. Women should be like 99 or 100.
No, here's the truth. Women over 50 shouldn't be allowed to vote. As soon as your hair goes gray, you shouldn't be allowed to vote.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I don't know if that would change much, but I'm just kidding. We're thank the Lord we're in Trump's hands because of my wife, you know. She's strong, independent, intelligent. Oh gosh, where would we be without her?
All right. I got to go rest up for the next show.
2.5 hours. Okay, I'll see you.
Yeah, 5 p.m. See you guys for the Cross the Games update show. We got a new man on the panel. I had an affair with a 27-year-old church youth leader when I was 16. I kept up fine.
Is Jay Master a girl or a guy?
Yeah, a guy.
Hey, I didn't make any degrading comments, Lizzie. Nothing degrading. Stop it. All right, I got to go spray paint. I'm going to get high on spray paint. See ya.
All right, Caleb, thank you. See you guys in a couple hours.